Hello and welcome to a new episode on Sadhana World Foundation. We have been talking about events, incidents, our experiences in our day to day life. All of us live in a time where we are busy, we are running behind time, we have so many things to do, and time is not enough. We are all under tremendous amount of stress. Think of a small school going children. She has to meet her friends, she has so much of homework to finish, she has to have particular food routine, she has to go to so many different classes apart from her school. Imagine a small school going child has to deal with some 15 things every day. If we are working in an office or a factory or any other place, we know how much of work is there. The smartphone keeps buzzing. We have emails, notifications, tasks, schedules to complete. All of us are super stressed. We don't have adequate amount of time to finish what we are expected to, isn't it? Many of us have issues related to health, related to finance, related to relationships, work pressure, and so on and so forth. We are carrying a huge burden on our heads. We are always stressed. 4% of this whole world is suffering from mental health issues due to this stress. One can think of the mythological characters and wonder whether those characters dealt with stress of this order. Let me give you a few examples. Think of the Greek mythology. Prometheus, who was a great man of that time, identified fire to be something which the humans did not have and the gods had. So he decided to steal the fire from the gods and bring it to the humans. He did that. Just think of his thought process. What would have gone in his mind? Did he know that he would be successful in that mission? Did he think of the outcomes of stealing fire from the gods for the human beings? He would have also thought what would happen after he steals successfully. All of these thoughts, I am sure, would have crossed his mind. How did he deal with these? Think of another character from Hindu mythology, Mahabharata, Arjun. Arjun, the great warrior of that time, sees all the people that he respected, he looked up to all his life. The people that he had so much of love and affection for were against him. So he starts thinking, was the battle worth fighting? He wonders about the outcomes of this battle. He wonders, even if he were to stay alive, come out victorious of this battle, what would he do without all his near and dear ones? A lot of confusion goes on in his mind. Think of another character, Sita, in the Ramayana. She was told to stay inside the hut. Her brother-in-law drew a line and invisible protection for her and told her to stay inside while he went out to find his elder brother Ram. And of course, the demon king Ravan, in the disguise of a Brahmin, came to that hut after some time and asked Sita for some food. And Sita, the kind of time, the kind of social norms and social systems that she had grown up with, believed that a Brahmin who comes to one's doorstep needs to be fed. So she had to cross that line to offer some food to the Brahmin who was standing in front of her hut. And all of us know that then the Brahmin changed his guise and it was demon king Ravan who abducted her. So imagine the kind of stress that Sita would have gone through not only deciding or dealing with the moral dilemma that she was facing, but also after getting abducted. Think of the stressful situation. Were those more stressful, or today's stress that all of us deal with is more stressful? We can think about it. However, the question is not about which one is more stressful. The question is, how do we deal with this stress? So I started looking into the mythological text and thinking, how did these mythological characters deal with those stressful moments? Prometheus was tied to a big rock where he could not escape from, and an eagle was sent to take parts of his liver every day, and his liver was left to regenerate in the night. The punishment was so intense that he had to go through this every day of his life for many days. What would have gone through in Prometheus' mind? How did Prometheus deal with it? He had to calm his mind. He had to accept this punishment. He had to just go through this process. He persevered. He showed resilience. He believed that he would be fine. And the punishment was there for him to bear. What did Arjun do? Arjun surrendered to Lord Krishna, to a superpower, to a power which was up above and was so powerful. He believed in that power, the power of Lord Shri Krishna, and surrendered himself to discover the purpose, to get clarity in his mind about the duty that he must perform. He learned to detach himself from the outcomes of the battle. And then he started doing his duty. So Arjun calmed his mind, Arjun surrendered, Arjun learned to detach himself from the outcomes of the event that he was in. What did Sita do? Sita calmed her mind, accepted the fact that she had done a mistake, and she was going through a difficult phase in her life, and she still believed that one day she could be recovered by her husband. Essentially, we are talking about resilience, perseverance, calming one's mind, and detachment. So these are the four things that are mythological texts, whether it is Hindu mythology, whether it is Greek mythology, or Christian mythology, or Norse mythology, or any such mythology around the world talks about. How do we calm our mind? How do we persevere? How do we show resilience? How do we practice detachment? Interesting. First, I think it's about learning, practicing gratitude. Can we be thankful to others? Not at the cost of bringing discomfort to us, but from within, being grateful. Research has shown that practicing gratitude brings a lot of health benefits. It calms our mind. It helps us accept situations better. Then second, it's about accepting our situation. Like Arjun accepted that he has to fight against the people that he respects. Sita had to accept that she was getting abducted. There was no way that she could escape from Ravan. Prometheus accepted that he has to go through this punishment. Once we accept and we are grateful, two very hard things to do, but we must practice. If we practice, then those four things are easy to achieve: resilience, perseverance, calming one's mind, and detachment. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear children, this was intense. Thank you very much for thinking about it, practicing it, and spreading this among many more people. Look forward to our future conversations.